Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is the Artistic Vault, and today we're going to be taking a bit of a break from talking football to talk about this upcoming fight this Saturday at the O2 Arena, Kell Brook versus Gennady Golovkin. And it's being billed as a great fight. I'm not so sure about that, but let's get into it. So, Kell, the special one, or Special K Brook, the Sheffield fighter, comes in with an undefeated record in this middleweight fight, even though he's actually a welterweight. He's the IBF welterweight champion. He's got a great record, still undefeated, but he is going up in weight, and this is the toughest fight of his career. And he is going to be facing the guy that no one wants to fight in the middleweight division. It is Gennady Triple G Golovkin, the guy from Kazakhstan, who holds an incredible knockout ratio. Of course, he holds all the belts pretty much in the middleweight division, and he's undefeated, so someone's always got to go. So, as a lover of the sport, and I do absolutely love boxing. I love, getting hyped, getting excited for the fights. This you'd think would interest me, but it just doesn't. I'll be honest with you guys, this is going to be a short video because it's just such a boring fight in my opinion. The whole premise for me is completely and utterly wrong. Now, the reason why this bores me is because somehow down the line, I don't know how it's happened, I don't know why it's happened, but the people who are in charge of these matchups in boxing have found a way to make both fighters winners. They've took away the excitement and the unpredictability aspect of the game. So, in essence, they kind of found this way to cheat the system, where they set up a matchup where the smaller guy goes up a weight class, fights a bigger guy, and if he loses, it doesn't really matter because it's a win-win situation anyway. He loses, he still gains financially, and he still gains credit for just fighting the bigger man. But the whole issue for me is the fact that in sport, in life, in competition, there's always going to be a winner and a loser. Trump is going up against Clinton. There's going to be a winner or a loser. In any other sport, there's winners and there's losers. You can't just take away that kind of aspect of it where both guys win in the end of the day. Now, sure, Amir Khan did lose, he got knocked out, but at the same time, did he really lose in the sense of his credibility? People give him a credit, he had already made an excuse, he pocketed 9 million. It's almost kind of like the easy option of losing, and for me, it doesn't make sense, and we have to start respecting the weight classes. Which is why, for me, this fight is just complete and utter bullshit. It really is. I mean, Sky can sit there and talk about how intriguing this matchup is, but it's just bullshit. It's just not. They fully know that this matchup is not intriguing at all. They know that this matchup is all about finances and all about both guys getting money. So Sky get to pocket the £16 or whatever it is from each person for the pay-per-view. Gennady Golovkin goes home with a massive paycheck because he doesn't even get Kell Brook's belt. That's how you just know this fight is just there's no loser, and Kell Brook obviously gets some money as well. Please don't waste your money, people. I'm telling you, this is going to be such a pointless fight. It really is, because there's only one way this fight's going, and it's simple to be honest. Kell Brook's going to go in there. He's going to move. He's going to be sharp for the first couple of rounds. He's going to avoid getting hit by Gennady, but eventually Golovkin is going to connect. He is going to catch Kell Brook with something. It could even be possibly late on. I do think it might be the 8th, 9th, even possibly the 10th. To be honest with you, even that late. But Golovkin is going to catch him, and when Triple G catches someone, it really is lights out. And for me, Kell Brook, he's going to get knocked out. I just don't think Kell Brook is going to be able to sustain that sort of power, especially a welterweight coming up. When Triple G catches you, it's going to be lights out. It really is. I think the referee's going to sit there, going to be counting, but he might as well not because Kell ain't getting up. Let's be honest, and that'll be the fight. And then everyone's going to be talking about how pointless that fight was, and they're going to be right because it's such a bullshit setup, such a bullshit matchup that's been set up, and boxing's going to start losing fans, because it takes away credibility from the sport. We need to start respecting the weight classes and set up the proper matches. I'm talking about Canelo, Golovkin, Khan, Brook. And I know it sounds like I'm having a go at Kell Brook and hating on him, but I'm actually not. I'm really not. I'm actually hating on the people who are setting up these fights that, for me, just do not make any sense. That are driving people away from boxing because they're just terrible matchups. But if Kell does go ahead and do it, fair play. I will actually make a video and apologise and say fair play for shocking the world. But I just don't think it's going to be worth the admission fee. And that is my prediction, or build up, or rant, whatever you want to call it, of what I think is going to happen. If Kell does do it and it's a brilliant fight, then I will humble pie and say so. But I just don't think he will be. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below who you think is going to win.